keep the faith. Smile and keep the faith. Smile and keep the faith. Smile and keep the faith. Positivity is something you should have, so just stick around and tune in to Cam Davis Podcast, a place to talk about sports and elevating each other to be the greatest through different forms of motivation. Such a sensation when you finish an episode and use a lesson you learned on this rocky road called life. But take it one step at a time and everything will be alright. Alright, yeah. Believe in yourself, cause you can do it, and trust the process in your journey and never lose it, cause you are destined to be great. So all you have to do is smile and keep the faith. Just smile and keep the faith. Just smile and keep the faith, yeah. Don't let anything try to ruin your day. That negativity will go away. All you have to do is
man, y'all know the song. Y'all know the song by now. Hey, it's another episode 13. You listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. Cameron Davis here on the Cam Davis Podcast. I'm with my big dog, David Michael Castillo. What up, big bro?
Another week, bro. Another blessing to be here, man. But what episode we on again?
13. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
To that say. To that say. They told me I gotta start rolling my R's a little bit. The episode to that say. Yeah. Hey, we episode to that say. Hey, but episode 13, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'ma let you lead the way on this one. What you got for the people on episode 13, my guy?
Man, episode 13, bro. It was hard to put the whole thing in the title, but the actual title is "If Your Why Is Great Enough, Your How Will Come."
So if your why is great enough, your how will come. I like that.
Yeah. So in essence, what's your why? You know what I'm saying? So my cousin kind of told me this probably when I was like 18 or 19 years old, and of course, you understand it, right? You hear, you're like, okay, well, if your why is great enough, your how will come. And he would just drop knowledge on me, and then he'll just dip so I could just think on it and marinate on it. I'm like, okay, I fully understand it. At least I thought so. And so, life keeps hitting you, so you start understanding. So when you think about if your why is great enough, your how will come. So if some people don't fully understand it, let's define why, right? Why means cause, reason, or purpose. So purpose. If your purpose is great enough, your how will come, right? So what does purpose mean? Purpose means the intention, the aim or the function of something, that something is supposed to be achieved. You feel what I'm saying, Cam?
I dig
So
it.
if your purpose is great enough, then your how will come. So I'm asking you all today, what's your purpose? So think about it as children, right? So we don't have kids, but we've been around kids and we know parents that have kids. Now, it's hard to get your kids to do some chores, Cam, right? Hard to get your little cousins and nieces to do some chores. But when they want something, you don't have to ask them, do you?
Right on.
Because why? Because they have a purpose, right? Their purpose is, I want Cam to take me to the movies. I want Cam to go get me some ice cream or some
Play
candy.
that video game.
So play that video game. So they don't need to be motivated. Because if your why and your purpose is great enough, how and what you need to do will come. I'm going to make it a little bit more relevant, Cam. When you running that rock, right? And you on the 1 yard line and you trying to get to that goal line to win the game.
Talk to him.
You got the willpower that's going to get you across that line. I don't care how many linebackers or DNs they try to tighten up on that line. Your purpose is I need to make that end zone.
Yeah.
Right? My purpose is I need to go ahead
I need
and make
6. For sure.
win this game. The team depending on me. Championship is depending on me. So you don't need nobody to hype you up for that. You know what I'm saying, Cam?
Yeah.
And so if you think about parents that they got bills, it's tight on bills, and they got kids to feed. It's like, okay, well, I need to make a decision on, okay, I need to pay this bill. I need to feed my kid. What am I going to do? A parent that has a child that really loves their child, they going to pay that bill and they're going to feed their kid. They ain't got to figure out how it's going to happen. It's that willpower. I keep saying willpower, man. Let me define willpower, man. Willpower for one. Willpower is the key to success, Ken. Willpower is the ability to control yourself. Strong determination that allows you to do something difficult. Now, Ken, how much did you weigh when you was running that rock in high school?
I was probably about 185, 180.
185.
Uh-huh.
Now, that offensive line, they probably was in the twos or the threes, the high
sure.
twos and threes, right?
For sure.
So a 185 going against somebody that's 300 pounds, that's difficult. But
Mm-hmm.
you got willpower.
You got that.
right?
You
got that
talking, boy.
purpose. That ain't nothing. You
They
can
can't
do
defeat you.
185 times 2. My
Uh.
boy Cam going in that rock, he either going to run through you, around you, or he going to get something smooth. So I ask everybody today, Cam, what's your purpose?
Mm.
What is your purpose? If your motivation and your desire are great enough, you'll take the action to do something difficult. See, it's cool when somebody is pushing you, right? It's cool if somebody is giving you a reward. Hey, Ken, you do good grades, I'm gonna give you some money. Hey, David, you do good at this job, I'm gonna give you a raise, right? It's cool as long as somebody hyping you up. Hey, Cam, let's go. Hit that 3. Hey, man, run that 100 meters. Hey, run that ball, right? It's cool as long as somebody's encouraging you for you. Me, I'm encouraging Cam encouraging me. It's cool. It's cool to do that. But what happens when somebody's not encouraging you?
Yeah.
Right? What happens when somebody's not paying you? What happens when someone else is not motivating you?
What's your
What
why?
is motivating
Yeah.
within yourself?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? What is your why? What is your purpose? What motivates you, and what drives you? Man, what you think so far, Cam? Man,
Hey.
what you got for the people so far, man?
Hey, man, I love it. What's your why? First, I think people ought to identify their why. You got to find your why. Why do you wake up in the morning, right? Why do you get started on your day? Is it for yourself? Is it for your family? Is it for God? And why do you do what you do, right? Your why has to be big. Your why has to be bigger than your pain. Your why has to be bigger than your past. Your why has to be bigger than your circumstances. Your why has to be bigger than that rejection that you had. Your why has to be bigger than all those trials and tribulations, right? Your why has to be big, bro. And I love the message that you're giving. Can't nothing stop you when you're rooted in your why. Can't nothing stop you when you're rooted in your why. Can't nothing move you when you're motivated by your why, right? And can't nothing take you off course when you're rolling in your why. What is your why? What is your why? Is your why big enough? Is your why strong enough? What keeps you going? See, big dog. I'm leaning up a little bit, big dog. Big dog. I'm leaning up. I'm leaning up a little bit, big dog. I like this one right here. What is your why? Why do you do what you do, right? What is your why? If you don't know your why right now, I got one for you. If you don't know your why right now, I got one why for you. It ought to be to make it to heaven. If you are struggling to find a why, you don't know what it is. Is it this? Is it that? Your why ought to be to make it to heaven, right? Because don't you want to see God for yourself? Don't you want to see God for yourself? That ought to be one of, if not your only why, that ought to be your biggest why, right? If you don't know your why ought to be to see God for yourself. Now, it's important that I say this. It's not too late to get right. It's not too late to get right. If you want to see God for yourself, it's not too late to get right. No matter what you done been through in your past, I told you that your why has to be bigger than your past. Your why has to be bigger than your pain. No matter what you done been through in your past, you can still get right and see God for yourself, right? Now, I was talking to my cousin earlier today, and he's been locked up. He got into some trouble. And I told him that don't let your past define you, but let your past shape you.
Come on.
Now, what do I mean by that? Don't let that past define you. And the trouble that you were in the past, don't let that define you, but let it shape you. Now, it's up to you how you let it shape you, right?
Yeah.
Let it shape you for the good. Let you come out better. And now you can walk into your why. Now you can see what your why is, right? So don't let your past define you, but let your past shape you, and you can walk into your why. So I'm gonna throw it back to you, big dog, and I got some more that I want to share, because I told him that every moment in life is a lesson and a blessing, right? As long as you learn from that past, that lesson, there's a blessing in that lesson, because every moment in life presents a lesson and a blessing. So as long as you learn from those things, man, God gonna take care of you. God is in the forgiving business. God is in the blessing business. So as long as you learn from your past, figure out what your why is and why do you wake up in the morning. Why did God keep you? Man, he brought you back, man. He could have left you. So many things could have happened in that set. Oh, my gosh, you're back. Now it's time to walk in your why. Now it's time to walk in your why. So, man, I love the message, man. I'm gonna throw it back to you before I start preaching.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling it though. But just say one thing about that, man, Cam. It's people always say, "Oh, you the winner, you lose," but that's not the truth. Sometimes you win and sometimes you grow. Sometimes you win and sometimes you grow. It's never a loss.
Never a loss.
Always in that blessing. One of my favorite books, man, and I recommend everybody to get it. Try to read it. Get to reading it. Get the audio book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. They also have the Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dennis Kimbrough. Either one of them is a phenomenal book. So Napoleon Hill says the starting point of all achievement is desire. The starting point of all achievement is desire. And it's plain and simple, Cam. If you don't have no desire to do anything, you won't have any motivation. You won't give any effort, right? When I told you running that rock, if you don't desire to get the end zone, you're probably going to hit in the backfield for a tackle for loss, right? Because you don't have any desire, man. So, plain and simple, we have everybody, New Year's resolution, everybody wants to lose weight, right? And it's cool, but come probably even in the end of January or February 14th, everybody done with the memberships for the gym, right? Because the actual purpose, though, it's the truth. I mean, I'm one of them people.
February 14th.
I ain't pointing. I'm putting us all in there, but it's the truth. We get the gym, membership. We get the working out. We posting on Instagram, showing we're eating broccoli and salad and drinking water. You know what I'm saying? It feels good, but after February 14th, we going ham, steak and shrimp. You know what I'm saying? We popping in bottles.
Valentine's Day. They ain't trying to look good.
Valentine's Day no more. In March, the Pisces birthday's coming up, so they turning up. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people really don't have the purpose, right? It looks good. We doing it because other people are hyping us. Oh, you should lose. You should do this in the new year. But you don't have that purpose. So you quit after a month, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So I'm asking you, what's your purpose? Man, somebody that was really, truly, true to my heart, man, was Sister Dove from the church. And, growing up in the church and having to speak, I was always scared to do, youth superintendent. And Sister Dove she'd give me some words of encouragement. She'll, tell me what I need to do. But she would always tell me, she would call me once a week. She said, "Baby, have you read Proverbs?" "Yes, ma'am, I read it." I didn't really read it, but I didn't want to tell her no. She said, "Okay, baby." But she knew when I did or didn't read Proverbs. But she would tell me once a week, every answer that you need is in the book of Proverbs. It's a book of wisdom. Every answer that you need is in the book of Proverbs. So I'm telling y'all right now, before I tell y'all anything else, the book of Proverbs is wisdom. So every person is born with purpose. Proverbs 20 Verse 5 says that the purpose of a person's heart are deep in waters, but one who has insight draws him out. See, all of us are made in the image of God, right? Each of us are born with a purpose. Now, whether we realize it or bring it out or not, that's on us, right? But we all have a purpose, Ken. Every one of us. I feel like we have to go through a certain thing in our life to find the right timing to pull out of that purpose. And whether that's, us wanting to do something very specific, whether we're motivated from somebody else, whether you get an idea from somebody else, we have to find that purpose eventually for my life. So I went back to tell you willpower, which is that key to success. So if Cam wants this job at ESPN, what is he doing? He's enhancing his skills, right? Because he's determined. He has that purpose to get this job at ESPN. He's learning how to set up podcasts on the side because what? He has purpose of what he's trying to do with his life. Cam has a brand that he's doing with his life. He has purpose to what? Encourage people so they can smile and keep the faith. Because who knows, one day somebody may come across Instagram and you may just see Cam Davis podcast in a little search section. And one person may view on it. And what happens? They change their life or something. That's the turning point, the pivot point of them doing something good or different bad because Cam decided to live in his purpose, right? When
Talk
Cam
to me.
gets on this podcast, he doesn't need somebody to say, "Oh, I love your podcast." Cam is doing it just because this is his purpose. So I ask you again, what's your purpose? Before I get some more, Cam, I'm gonna let you go back, man.
I love it. I love it. That leads me. You said what's your purpose, but I think tied to your why, there's a gift. What is your gift as well? Everybody has a gift, right? So tied to your why is your gift. God said your gift will make room for you. I didn't say that. That's in the word. God said that your gift will make room for you. Now, if you're living in your gift, right? If you're living in your gift, when that alarm clock goes off in the morning, oh, you jump up with excitement. You jump up with excitement. As long as you're living in your gift, you jump up with excitement. You don't get out of bed. You know, come on now. Somebody talking, somebody listening right now. Okay. I'm not stepping on toes this episode, but okay. You know what I'm saying? When that alarm clock goes off, you're excited when you're living in your gift. Now, your gift. God has given each and every one of us a gift when we were born, a special gift, right? Something that we can do better than others. That's a blessing to others, right? Something that we can do is our gift. That's better than other folk, and it's a blessing to other folk, right? So your gift may be cooking chicken. Your gift may be doing hair. Now, if you're a barber and you need an opinion on if your gift, if that's really your gift, you got a good one, big dog. I got a good one too. Now, if you're a barber out there and you need an opinion, send me a picture. I ain't gonna let you touch my head, but send me a picture, and I'll let you know if that's your gift or not. I'll let you know if that's your gift or not. But if you're a beautician, and you say that's your gift, you can do the same thing. Cause some of these lace fronts be peeling. I see the fishing net. Okay. I'm gonna get back on track. God's still working on me. But that may be your gift, doing hair. Your gift may be caring for others. Your gift may be a doctor or a nurse. Your gift may be giving motivation. Your gift may be speaking. Your gift may be teaching. Your gift may be counseling. Your gift may be cutting grass. I don't know. Your gift may be making people laugh. Your gift may be able to sing. So many. God has given us each a special gift, right? God has given us all a special gift, and I need people to identify your gift, because when you identify and know your gift, you will walk in your purpose. You will know your why. You will walk in your why, and when you wake up in the morning, you will be excited. So find your why and identify your gift. Throw it to you, big dog.
Man, your why. So if you've heard this message, or if you've even been thinking about what's your why, what's your purpose, or you don't know, I got a few things for you. What do you want out of life? Right? Write it down. Write the question down. Write the answer down.
Write the vision and make it plain.
That's
word.
Plain. What do you need to change? So when you find that answer, what do you need to change out of your current life to get to your future life? What do you want your future life to look like? Write it down. Write the answer. And most importantly, what do you want your legacy to be?
That's
once
powerful.
You're gone, once the body is gone, right? What is your legacy? Cam Davis podcast legacy, even though he's at a young age, by the time Cam 100 years old, the legacy, whether he here or gone, that legacy still gonna be here, smiling, keeping the faith. So the message lives on whether he's here or not. Whether the podcast is here or he's outside doing something else, somebody's still wearing that wristband that say smile and keep the faith. Somebody's still putting that shirt on that says smile and keep the faith. Somebody's sharing that message on Instagram, or sharing that message to a stranger in the grocery store, to a stranger in the school. You got students that's leading other students and motivating other students, that's telling them to smile and keep the faith.
What's your legacy?
Now, if you're thinking about this purpose and then your why, and you don't know where to begin, the first place to begin is by bettering yourself. If you don't know what your purpose is, if you're still trying to find it out and you trying to figure out, do one thing: better yourself.
Look in the
in
mirror.
all aspects of your life, financially, your health, right, your faith, your fitness. When you do all of these, you'll start finding your why. Because it's like what I tell you all the time about making that special cake or that ingredient. You got to put all this together, and once you put it all together, everything starts making sense. So if you don't know today what's your why, Start with yourself. Start bettering yourself. If you want to lose that weight, go ahead and start walking outside, right? If you want to be better financially, start writing your budget down, right? If you want to start, getting your faith together, watch this podcast first of all, but then go to church tomorrow on Sunday. If you got to work, go ahead and watch a message on Sunday. Pray every day. Don't just pray once a day. What God say, Cam? Pray without ceasing.
Don't stop.
Thank God. Every time I get a chance, I'm looking for 444, 333, 222, because that's a reminder. Okay, let me pray. Let me pray. And before I know it, I'm praying 10, 12, 13, 14 times a day, just telling God, thank you.
Simple
right?
conversations. Yes, sir.
Man, but Cam, I just want to encourage the people to find out what's your why. And like I tell you, if you don't know, begin with bettering yourself, and God will reveal everything to you. If you don't know, read the book of Proverbs, 1 chapter a day. That's the book of wisdom. God will give you all the wisdom and the instruction that you need. And if you have your family, you look at their family every day. Take a look at them. That's your why. If you got kids, that's your why. Your legacy should be your why. What's your legacy? And what's your purpose?
Wow. Wow, big dog. Big dog. I love it. Listen, I'm going to end with this. Your career is what you're paid for. Your calling is what you're made for. I appreciate each and every one of you listening.
No. Say that
I'm sorry.
again, brother. Say that again, brother.
Your career is what you're paid for. Your calling is what you're made for.
Man.
Third time's a charm.
Yes, sir.
Right. Third time's the charm. Your career is what you're paid for. Your calling is what you're made for. God gave each and every one of us a special gift. Find out your why. Identify your gift. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to another episode of the Cam Davis Podcast. It's your boy, Cameron Davis. I'm with my big dog, David Michael Castillo. Till we see y'all again, much love, many blessings. I want to encourage y'all to keep on keeping on. And of course, smile and keep the faith.
All you have to do is smile and keep the faith. Smile and keep the faith. Hey.